Hey, yo, what's up, YouTube, man? It's your boy, Action Jackson, man. And in today's video, I'm going to be giving you guys a overview of the NFC East. I'm going to first start out with the teams who I believe will go last in the division all the way up until the first. I'm going to go over quickly of the notable signings that the teams have made, new additions to any head coaches or any new coaching staff that they have got during the offseason as well. And yeah, man, I'm gonna go over their records and their best potential. What could the team actually be? So yeah, man. Before I hop into the video, if you guys would like, subscribe if you're new. Like if you're watching the video, you enjoy it. Comment if you have a different opinion of mine, of course. And yeah, so let's hop into the video, man. So we're gonna start out with the New York Giants. Hey, I have to do it. But to me, they just have the way lesser than compared to everybody else's. So with the Giants, they have a brand new coaching staff, an entire new coaching staff. They let go of Joe Judge during the offseason, Jason Garrett, Mark, and a whole new coaching staff. Brian Daboll's their head coach. Wink Martindale's their defensive coordinator. They have a really good brand new coaching staff. I think they're going to be solid. They brought in during the draft. They brought in with the 5th pick, Kayvon Thibodeau out of Oregon. With the 7th pick, they brought in Evan Neal from Bama, offensive tackle. They still have Andrew Thomas, so they have 2 young stud tackles. Daniel Jones is still their quarterback. They signed Tyrod Taylor to a 2-year deal to back up Daniel Jones in case Daniel Jones does go down. Tyrod Taylor can come in, step in, and at least give you a chance to win some games. They got Saquon Barkley coming back. They lost James Bradbury. He signed with the Eagles. They still on defense. They still have Finley, the safety out of Bama. They got Blake Martinez, Leonard Williams, so Dexter Lawrence. So they still have a really pretty good roster, but their quarterback is Daniel Jones. He's the worst quarterback in the division, and I don't see them doing a whole lot. I have them coming last, of course, and I got them going 4-13. I have their wins against the Bears, Seattle, Washington, and they're going to beat Philly either because they always end up splitting against Philly. I don't know why, but Philly always has that weird game where they always lose against the Giants. No matter how good the Eagles may be, they put in your 13 losses. I see them getting swept by Dallas. Jacksonville, I feel like they have a pretty comparable roster to the Giants, but I feel like the Jaguars have a better quarterback and a little bit of a better roster. They have a better head coach, in my opinion. Just because Doug Peterson, he has been a head coach for a while, so he's not new to it, unlike a Brian Daboll. So it's going to be interesting on what the Giants bring this year. And at their best, I have them going 6-11. Those 6 wins, I can either see them. I have them going 14-3, but the best I see them going is like 6-11. That would be like I can see them beating. The 4 teams I can originally see them beating still would be the 4 teams like Washington, Philly. So at least split with them. That'd be 2 wins. Seattle, and then the Bears. But there's 6 games I can see them winning would be like against the Panthers and against the Jaguars. I can make it 6. And that's it for the Giants. And let's go on to the next team. Next we have the Washington Commanders, man, and I have them going 9-8. The past couple of years when they've been having mediocre type quarterbacks, I've seen them win anywhere from 6 to 7 games, at least 5 to 7 games. But if they have like a pretty good subpar quarterback, they win at least 6, 7 games. Now they got Carson Wentz, to me, who I feel like is the second best quarterback in this division. And last year they won, 7 games with Heineke. Then the year before, they did 7 games between a multitude of quarterbacks like Kyle Allen, and Taylor Heineke as well. So, and then also Alex Smith too. He did play that year. They won that division. So I got them going 9 wins. Obviously they added Jahan Dotson in the draft. They added Mathis out of D tackle out of Bama. They got a running back as well that was pretty good. Of course, they added Carson Wentz with like a couple second round picks. They still have Terry McLaurin. They got Logan Thomas at tight end. Their D line is, of course, Sweat, Deron Payne, Jonathan Allen, Chase Young. Got Bobby McCain. So they still have a pretty solid team. And this is a team to me that would give a lot of the Cowboys and Eagles fits within the division. Carson Wentz is definitely a quarterback that can get it done. I have him going 9-win. I have him, of course, going 9-8. I feel like Carson Wentz can give him a couple more wins, more than what a Taylor Heineke or Ryan Fitzpatrick can. But there's definitely going to be a game or two where Carson Wentz is trying to play hero ball and they're down a couple possessions, so he's going to try to make costly mistakes. There's always a game where they're up and he'll lose the lead, not just on him, but the team. He can't turn around the momentum to turn around for them to win. There's going to be a costly interception. And then there's going to be some games where they barely have any talent around them and they're going to beat a team like how they did last year when he was on the Colts against the Cardinals, or or they might be good enough where they're going to blow out a team like how they did last year when he was on the Colts, to like how they did last year against the Bills. But I think this is a pretty I've been seeing a lot of different podcasts and I've seen a lot of NFC East talk, and that is true. This is Carson Wentz's best supporting cast that he's ever had in his career. If he stays healthy like how he did last year, if he stays healthy, he limits the turnovers, and Washington's overall healthy, I can see them getting 11 wins. So for Washington, I definitely will watch out for Washington this year. They're definitely going to be a sneaky good team. And let's go over for Philly. I don't like nobody in this division, but I really dislike the Eagles. I have them going second place in the division at 10-7. They had the best offseason when it comes to the division. And like I said with their storyline, like how I did a couple days ago in the video discussing some teams to watch out for next year, I feel like this is a team you watch out for. They made a lot of great additions. They made a trade for A.J. Brown, him and Devonta Smith, though that's a really good wide receiver tandem duo in my opinion. They have a really great offensive line. They have a solid tight end in Dallas Goedert. They picked up James Bradbury in the draft. They got Nakobe Dean and Jordan Davis. They got Jaquiski Tart. They had picked him up from free agency. They have Anthony Edwards. And I forgot the other safety that they have. So Philly has, they have Jerron Hargrave, they have Fletcher Cox, they have Josh Sweat. They have a pretty nice team, And this team is really just going to depend off of how good can Jalen Hurts be. Honestly, like I said, I like Jalen Hurts. But, he plays for the wrong team, so I can't really be rooting for him like that. So I have him going 10-7. I believe that's what the record was last year. Or they might have been 9-8, but I'm pretty sure they were 10-7 last year. I have them going 10-7 again. The best I see them going is about 12-5, because I can definitely see them either splitting a game with Dallas this year. But in my opinion, I feel like we're going to sweep them. But there's definitely a possibility where Philly can definitely split with us. They have a pretty cupcake schedule as well. This whole division does. But I feel like they have one of the cupcake schedules, because if you look at their schedule, their first 2 weeks they open up against the Lions, who they blew out last year. But like I said, Lions are a team that you watch out for. They're definitely not a team you're just going to roll over. Vikings, they got a lot better too as well. You have Justin Jefferson, they got Adam Thielen, of course, Dalvin Cook. They picked up Andrew Booth out of Georgia. They still have Patrick Peterson. So, they still have a pretty nice roster. That's definitely a team I feel like they can beat. Washington, I feel like Washington could get them. But definitely, Philly could win that game. I feel like they're going to beat Week 4. I feel like they're going to beat Jacksonville. Week 5, they beat the Cardinals just because the Cardinals, they don't have D-Hop. I feel like D-Hop is that much of a factor. So, Kyler Murray's going to be depending on A.J. Green, who isn't the same anymore, Marquise Brown, Zach Ertz, and then, relying on that defense that lost Hassan Reddick and Chandler Jones both in the same offseason, so their pass rush department is going to be a little bit lackluster. They play Dallas, so Sunday night, week 6. I feel like we can beat them on that night. Then they have a bye week. Then you see the rest of their schedule. I feel like the toughest part of their schedule is going to be from week 10 all the way to week 13. You got Washington again, another division opponent that knows you like the back of their hand. The Colts are going to be really good this year with Matt Ryan. Green Bay, they're always a tough out. They're going to be a little bit not that great on offense, especially since they're off Devontae Adams. But if they make a move for like a Julio Jones or Odell Beckham Jr., they're going to be really tough out. Tennessee, they're not going to be as good as they were the previous years, but still with Robert Woods, Treylon Burks, you still have Derrick Henry and a solid offensive line. I still feel like the Titans are going to be a tough out. So with me, I have them going 10. The Eagles going 10-7. I already said that their best are 12-5. They meet that best at 12-5 if Jalen Hurts can match his full potential and maximize his opportunities and just be a solid game manager. If he doesn't turn the ball over, if the Eagles focus on being a run-heavy team, Jalen Hurts doesn't turn the ball over, he makes the right throws and the right decisions. And even if they need him to step up in the game, and if he steps up and meets the expectation of him stepping up, I can definitely see Philly win about 12 to 13 games. So yeah, man, that's it for the Eagles. And yeah, so let's go around to who I think will be the division winner. And I think that's going to be the Cowboys. They have the best quarterback in the division. Yes, they did lose Halal Collins, my bad. Amari Cooper, Rennie Gregory. Those are your big 3 marquee guys that you lost in free agency. One you botched to deal with. Another one you just flat out cut to save money because you feel like Terrence Steele is a better option. And you let go of Amari Cooper because you felt like Amari Cooper didn't bring that sort of attitude that you wanted in your number 1 receiver, which I think is bogus, but that's what Stephen Jones thought. So definitely it's going to be tough for the Dallas Cowboys, of course, like how it is mostly every season. With our additions, we've added Tyler Smith in the draft, Sam Williams, Jalen Tolbert. We re-signed Jaron Kearse. We didn't do anything much in free agency other than add Dante Fowler, James Washington. Other than that, we signed some no-name dudes like practice squad type players, definitely. Maybe we make a move for Anthony Barr. Our linebacker room is a little bit weak on that end, but I have the Dallas Cowboys going at the same record as they were last year, 12-5. When I looked at the schedule, I was thinking 10-7. But anything can happen this year. Yeah, we could possibly go 10-7, and Philly can possibly win the division at 12-5 or 11-6 or something like that. This schedule pretty much lines up to how it was last year. We play our division games earlier this time than we did last year, because last year we played most of our division games at the back half of our schedule. Everyone across national media and everyone else thinks that we're going to start off 0-2, like how they thought that, how everyone thought last year. Because same thing, we opened up with Tampa last year, like how we are this year. But last year, up and coming team like the Chargers and everybody thought we were going to lose, but we ended up winning that game. And this year, we're playing another team that's young, really good as well. They've been to Super Bowl last year. Like how I said in my video a couple days ago, the Bengals are going to be really good, but I felt like every single team that has been to a Super Bowl, like the year after, they end up having like a downside of a year, and they just don't live up to expectations. So I feel like we can split those 2 weeks and go 1-1. We can easily go 2-0, depending on how we attack those games. But yeah, like I said, I believe we go 12-5. I feel like our toughest part of our schedule are our weeks 1 through 8. If you can finish out going at least above 500, I'm not saying 5. If you go 500, you're 4-2. If you're like 4-4 or anything less than that, Mike McCarthy's going to get fired. Then your interim head coach is probably going to be Dan Quinn. But I felt like we go at least 6-2 in the first 8 weeks two losses. I think we open up and we lose against the Bucks, and I think we lose against the Rams. But we win all our other games. We go 6-2. Then we go to our back half of our schedule, which to me is a little bit easier because week 10 you play against the Packers. Like I said, by this time, week 10, Aaron Rodgers is going to figure out the rhythm of that offense, and he's going to figure out his favorite weapon that he goes to. Then we go play Minnesota at Minnesota for 3 years in a row, which is quite annoying playing them 3 years in a row. I mean, actually we played them more than that, but in a row. But I'm tired of playing there at their stadium because 2019 we played them at Dallas, 2020 we played them at Minnesota, and 21 we played them at Minnesota. So believe we beat the Giants on Turkey Day. Sunday night we beat the Colts. I definitely give us a loss between either the Texans and Jaguars because these are definitely games. Because with my thought process of us going 2-5, I definitely added losses to where we split against a division opponent like the Eagles. I believe we can split, or I feel like most likely we'll sweep them. But definitely, I feel like we will split against either Philly or Washington. Always do for a game that we're supposed to. No way that Dallas loses and they end up losing the game. I feel like he comes in either week 14 or 15 against either the Texans or the Jaguars. Hoping against none of them, but you never know with the Cowboys sometimes, man. So have us going at our full potential, minimal mistakes, anything like that. I see us going 14-3, either that or 13-4. That's at our best. That's if we go out, we start out the season strong, we go 2-0. We win the games we're supposed to win, and the games that people will have us losing against that are pretty contending teams, and we end up beating them. Definitely, I can see the Cowboys going 14-3, and my opinion. But we have a lot of factors going against the NFC East. We have not had a back-to-back division winner since 2004, which was the Philadelphia Eagles. And it's been almost 18 years, 20 years since 2004. So hopefully we break that dry spell of non-back-to-back division winners. And yeah, I felt like this is definitely a year that Dallas at least gets a playoff win. In my opinion, I feel like the NFC East will bring in at least 2 to 3 teams within the division. If you look at the landscape, the NFC real quick. I feel like the worst division is going to be the NFC North. That's the Packers division. I still feel like the Packers can come out that division. I feel like we're coming out of our division for sure. You go out the NFC West. They're always crowned as like the best division in football. This year, I don't see that happening. You don't know what the Niners are going to look like with Trey Lance, and then contract negotiations, whatever, how that's going with Debo. I don't know what's going on with the Niners. Seattle, they don't have Russell Wilson, so that's definitely a sorry team right there. You go look at the Cardinals, they're not going to have D-Hop for 6 weeks. Their defense has lost 2 stud pass rushers. They're both gone. Then now you look at the Rams. Rams are they brought mostly everybody back. Eric Weddle was just there for the postseason, so he retired. They picked up Allen Robinson in place of Odell Beckham Jr. So I believe that I see the Rams coming out of that division. You look at the NFC South with the Bucks. I feel like the Bucks and the Saints will both come out that division. So at least 2 from the South, 2 from the East. 2 from the South, 2 from the East, 1 from the West, and then 1 from the North. So those are definitely the 7 teams I see in the playoffs. But yeah, man, this is my outlook and my opinion of the NFC East. Will it go as planned as I want to? Maybe not. Maybe it comes out being the same record where Dallas goes 12-5, Philly goes 10-7 or 11-6, Washington goes 9-8, Giants go 4-13. Man, that's where I have it lined up. Possibly the Cowboys they break the streak of the non-back-to-back division winners. And yeah, so yeah, comment who you guys think will win the NFC East. Your opinion on how it will play out. Like the video, of course, if you liked it. If you're new, like it. If you're subscribed. If you like the content I'm putting out, I would appreciate if you would subscribe. It's free. I promise I won't charge you. And yeah, man. Thank you guys for watching the video. Hope you guys have a nice day. See you later. Bye.